everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Rams going up against the Vikings. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come in off the very rare tie a game ago.
And it'll be interesting to see what their mindset is going into this game. Sometimes that can be a deflator, and sometimes that can just really make you mad and more determined the next time out.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner and #1 overall pick from Oklahoma. It's Sam Bradford.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback. And that philosophy works for them very well.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with the first. And 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And the big tight end shifting around. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA and playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be fourth down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now Bradford. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's brought down. Those are the numbers from Rudolph from last week's game. 5 catches, 80 yards.
And that touchdown was his first of the year, and you know he's eager to get more of those.
On first and 10, Bradford over the middle here to Rudolph. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
They lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Bradford finding Rudolph there for a Viking first.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. First down, Bradford. Throw left side complete. It's Morgan. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Second down now after the pass completion. From the gun, Bradford. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding offense.
Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Now Gurley staying down. Well, let's hope he's all right. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now gone. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. There's just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gardens. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Bradford on 3rd and 2. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up? Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, here's Goff. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
To throw on second down is gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The tight end in motion right. On the run, Dunbar. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, gone. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one. Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Bradford to throw it. A minute 57 to go in this first half. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. More from Minneapolis after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, we'll send you to Orlando and Larry Ridley as he'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. But no touchdown. These guys need to give Larry some touchdowns to talk about.
Things are too easy for him right now back in the studio. Come on, guys. Help the man out. Give him something to talk about.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Back to throw, Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. So we've reached half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Cooper, slow to get up. Staying down after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Goff now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
In motion left goes a tight end. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Goff now on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Rams on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now it's gone. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing, Bradford. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On first down, Murray. Latavius Murray. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long. That might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Now Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Goff now looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because I nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here we go on fourth. Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 6 yards on the pickup. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed.
Latavius Murray. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically, they got it done in this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Gone. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. Here's Goff. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Goff throwing again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing on third. Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being concerned. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now a 1st down throw. Goff dumps it off to Gurley. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Gurley staying down. Oh, let's hope he's all right. We'll check on his status when we get back. Goff on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Reynolds. Stopped short of the 25, but that 2nd effort got him a couple extra. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
15 yards through the air and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to him because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Again, Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Throwing here, Bradford. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have doing for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up the score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now.
Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter.
You already know, it's Adamville for real. You see ya, just take a photo. I'm reppin' as on photo with a on your brodo, cause that Jodo thought that